There are places on our planet that seem to exist outside of time, lands where the modern world is but a distant whisper. Tajikistan is one such place. It is a country etched into the very fabric of the sky. Here, the mountains are not merely a backdrop. They are the silent observers of life itself. To journey here is to step into a story that began long before us. It is a story of survival, of beauty, and of profound human connection. The air itself feels ancient, carrying tales from forgotten empires and nomadic wanderers. One does not simply visit this land. One is invited to listen to its secrets. The journey begins not with a map, but with a feeling. It is a sense of awe that settles deep within the soul. The roads wind like ribbons thrown across colossal stone shoulders. Each turn reveals a vista more breathtaking than the last. Villages cling to the mountainsides, their homes built from the earth they inhabit. Life here moves at a different pace. It follows the rhythm of the sun and the seasons. It is a rhythm dictated by the immense power of nature. We come here not as conquerors, but as humble students, ready to learn from the silent wisdom of the peaks and the people who call them home. Here, in the heart of Central Asia, one discovers a different kind of wealth. It is not measured in currency, but in the warmth of a shared meal. It is found in the intricate patterns of a hand-woven carpet. It is seen in the deep, knowing eyes of an elder. The people of Tajikistan possess a quiet dignity. Their lives are often hard, yet their generosity is boundless. They welcome strangers with open hearts, offering whatever they have: a cup of green tea, a piece of warm bread, a place to rest. This is the true currency of the Pamir Highlands, a treasure more valuable than gold. To understand Tajikistan, one must be patient. Its truths are not shouted from the rooftops. They are whispered on the wind that sweeps through the high passes. They are reflected in the glacial meltwaters of its powerful rivers. They are hidden in the laughter of children playing in dusty laneways. This is a land of contrasts, of stark beauty and immense hardship. It is a place where every sunrise feels like a victory, and every sunset is a promise of another day. We are here to witness this quiet, enduring struggle and the remarkable resilience it has forged. If you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of Tajikistan, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories from the world's most extraordinary places. Join us as we continue to explore, discover, and share the wonders of our planet with you. The Pamir Mountains are the very bones of this nation. They are not static, silent giants. They are alive. One can almost feel them breathing. With every passing cloud, their mood shifts. Sunlight dances across their faces, revealing shades of ochre, slate, and deep violet. Shadows carve new valleys and ridges into existence, only to vanish moments later. The scale is almost impossible to comprehend. Peaks tear at the sky, their crowns wrapped in eternal snow. It is a landscape that commands respect. It reminds us of our own smallness in the grand theater of the natural world. A humbling, yet profound, experience. Water is the lifeblood that flows through these stone arteries. Rivers, born from ancient glaciers, thunder through deep gorges. Their roar is a constant companion. The water is a startling turquoise, so pure and cold it seems to steal the breath. It carves its path with relentless patience, shaping the land over millennia. Along these riverbanks, life congregates. Thin strips of impossible green appear, where resilient farmers coax barley and potatoes from the rocky soil. These oases of life are a testament to human ingenuity. They are precious jewels set against the stark, magnificent rock. Wildlife here is as elusive as it is extraordinary. The Marco Polo sheep, with its magnificent spiraling horns, moves like a ghost across the high plateaus. One might catch a fleeting glimpse of this majestic creature, a silhouette against the skyline. Then it is gone. Higher still, the snow leopard prowls. It is a master of camouflage, a phantom of the mountains. Its presence is felt more than it is seen. The ecosystem is fragile, a delicate balance of predator and prey. Each creature has adapted to survive in this extreme environment, a marvel of evolution. The flora, too, is a study in resilience. In the brief summer, the valleys explode with color. Wild tulips and irises carpet the meadows. Artemisia, a hardy, fragrant shrub, releases its scent into the dry air. Every plant that grows here has fought for its existence. It has clung to life against biting winds and freezing temperatures. This tenacity is mirrored in the people. They, like the wildflowers, have learned to bloom in the harshest of conditions. Their roots run deep into this unyielding, yet profoundly beautiful land. In a small village nestled in a hidden valley, life unfolds around a simple courtyard. Here, we meet a woman named Anisa. Her hands are never still. They are either kneading dough for the day's bread, mending clothes, or tending to her small garden. Her face, weathered by the sun and wind, holds a story of quiet endurance. She speaks little, but her eyes convey a deep well of experience. She moves with a grace born from a lifetime of hard work. Her home is modest, built of mud and stone, yet it is filled with a palpable sense of warmth and belonging. Anisa shares her home with her children and her elderly mother. The men are often absent. They travel far away, to distant cities in other countries, seeking work. They leave to support the families they love. This separation is a heavy burden. It is a silent ache that permeates daily life. The women become the anchors of the community. They are the farmers, the teachers, the caregivers. They carry the responsibility of keeping the family and the traditions alive. Their strength is the invisible thread that holds the fabric of society together. One afternoon, a mobile phone chimes. It is a sound that feels out of place in this ancient landscape. Anisa's neighbor, a young woman, looks at the screen. Her face becomes a mask of disbelief, then sorrow. A short text message has just ended her marriage. Her husband, working thousands of miles away, has dissolved their union with a few words sent through the air. This is a modern tragedy playing out in an ancient setting. The technology that connects also has the power to sever. It is a stark reminder of how the outside world can intrude, often with devastating consequences. The young woman does not cry out. She simply sits, the phone held loosely in her hand. The other women gather around her. They do not offer empty platitudes. They offer their presence. They sit with her in her silent grief. One woman places a comforting hand on her shoulder. Another begins to quietly hum an old folk song. In this small, powerful gesture, the strength of the community is revealed. Here, sorrow is not a private affair. It is a burden shared by all, carried together until it becomes lighter. Poverty here is not an abstract concept. It is a physical presence. It is the worn-out sole of a shoe. It is the patched-up roof that struggles to keep out the winter cold. It is the constant calculation of how to make a small bag of flour last. Yet, it is a poverty faced with incredible grace. There is no shame, only a pragmatic acceptance of reality. Possessions are few, but they are cherished. A single teapot, used for generations, becomes an heirloom. A colorful piece of fabric is a treasured luxury. Life is stripped down to its essentials. The absence of the men creates a society of women, children, and elders. The villages are quiet during the day, punctuated by the sounds of children's games and the rhythmic work of the women. Every phone call from afar brings a mixture of hope and anxiety. Hope for news, for money that will buy medicine or school supplies. Anxiety that the connection might be lost, or that the news might be bad. The emotional toll of this long-distance existence is immense. It is a constant, low-level hum of worry that underlies every daily task. Resilience is woven into the very soul of these communities. It is seen in the way a farmer meticulously saves seeds from one harvest for the next. It is heard in the laughter that erupts during a community gathering, despite the hardships. People have learned to rely on each other. When one family's food runs low, a neighbor shares their own. When a roof needs mending, the community comes together to help. This intricate web of mutual support is their greatest strength. It is a survival mechanism honed over centuries of isolation and adversity. Hope in this place is a quiet and persistent flame. It is not a grand dream of riches, but a simple desire for a better future for the children. It is the hope that the next harvest will be good, that the men will return home safely, that the children will have the chance to get an education. This hope is nurtured in the stories told by elders, tales of heroic ancestors who overcame even greater challenges. It is a legacy of endurance, passed down from one generation to the next, a light that flickers but is never extinguished. To truly know this land, one must learn to listen. The soundscape is as vast and varied as the landscape itself. Above all, there is the wind. It is a constant presence, a voice that speaks in 1,000 different tones. It can be a gentle sigh, rustling the leaves of the poplar trees along the river. It can be a mournful howl, sweeping down from the high passes, carrying the chill of the glaciers. The wind sculpts the dunes in the high-altitude deserts. It whispers stories of travelers and empires that have long since turned to dust. Then, there is the sound of water. It is the roaring crescendo of a river in flood, its power shaking the very ground. It is the delicate trickle of a small spring, emerging from a rock face, offering life-giving water. It is the rhythmic splash of an irrigation channel, diverted with ingenious care to a thirsty field. In the stillness of the night, one can hear the distant murmur of the great rivers, a constant reminder of the forces that have shaped this world. Water is movement, it is life, and its music is the symphony of the Pamirs. The sounds of life are woven into this natural chorus. From a distance, one might hear the faint bleating of a flock of sheep, guided by a lone shepherd. The sharp bark of a dog echoes across the valley, a guardian of a remote homestead. As one draws closer to a village, other sounds emerge. The rhythmic thud of an axe, splitting wood for the fire. The melodic call to prayer, drifting from a small mosque. The cheerful chatter of women as they gather at the village spring, their buckets clanking. These are the sounds of a community working, living, and enduring together. And in the moments of silence, there is a profound stillness. It is a silence so deep, it feels like you can hear the turning of the earth. In these moments, sitting under a canopy of stars so bright, they seem within reach, the world feels both immense and intimate. The silence is not empty. It is filled with the weight of the mountains, the history of the land, and the quiet beating heart of a resilient people. It is a silence that invites reflection, a moment to connect with something ancient and profound. The story of Tajikistan is not one of dramatic events, but of quiet, daily perseverance. It is a narrative written not in books, but on the land and in the faces of its people. Life here is a delicate dance between immense hardship and profound beauty. The mountains that provide such breathtaking vistas also isolate communities and make farming a daily struggle. The rivers that bring life-giving water can also swell into destructive forces. It is this duality that has forged the character of the Tajik people, a blend of pragmatism and poetry. Their traditions are the anchors that hold them steady in a changing world. The family unit is the bedrock of society, a source of unwavering support. Respect for elders is paramount. Their wisdom, accumulated over a lifetime of experience, is a treasured resource. Hospitality is not just a custom, it is a moral code. To share what little one has with a stranger is an act of profound humanity. These values, passed down through generations, provide a sense of identity and continuity in a world that often feels uncertain. And yet, the modern world continues to press in. Mobile phones carry news from afar, for better or for worse. Young people see images of a different life on small screens, planting seeds of new aspirations. The tension between tradition and modernity is a quiet, unfolding drama in every village. The challenge for the Tajik people is to navigate this new world without losing the ancient wisdom that has allowed them to survive for so long. It is a delicate balancing act, one they perform with quiet contemplation and grace. The enduring spirit of Tajikistan is a testament to the strength of the human heart. It is a spirit of hope that persists against all odds. It is the resilience of a wildflower blooming on a rocky cliff. It is the warmth of a smile from a stranger on a lonely road. To witness this is to be reminded of our shared humanity. The people of this forgotten land, nestled among the world's highest peaks, have a quiet and powerful lesson to teach us all, that even in the harshest of places, life, in its simplest and most profound form, endures.